Alright, good morning everybody. Tom and I up here in Polly doing a favorite run. Say hi, Tom. So if you guys want to join us, it's an incredibly beautiful day, and we're going to take it up to the gate. So I got a new muffler for the camera, so hopefully you won't get wind noise. I want to try it out. Anyway, go ahead, Tom, you lead. Good morning, everybody. It is now, at the time of this ride, it is Sunday morning at about 9 o'clock in the morning. Tom and I are getting out. We're trying to just clear our heads from this past 2 weeks. They've been devastating, and it's hard to deal with, so we just needed to get out and ride. Tom lost his business in Lahaina, and as you may or may not know, Mary Lou's family, my girlfriend, lost a couple homes, and a lot of their neighbors. I've lost one friend I know of in the fires, and I just wanted to ask the people to, you know what, we're grieving over here in Maui. We've lost a lot. It's been real hard for us, and I've been watching some YouTube videos of people that post some really good videos that are informative and helpful. But, we get a lot of these comments and stuff from people that are blaming this government official or that government official. And sure, I actually have to admit, I was livid after watching the governor's news conference where they had the emergency management guy from Maui saying that he did a great job and he would do the same thing again. And, at that point, I was furious. I called the mayor's office, the governor's office. I said, get that guy out of there. He has no business in that position. He's claiming that he had all this experience, which he didn't. He's just basically a pedal-pushing bureaucrat. And the reason that we needed him out is because, and it's not political, it's just straightforward. We need somebody in a position like that can think on their feet. Now, I realize the guy can't admit that what he did is wrong because, to do so would be having to accept responsibility for hundreds, maybe thousands of deaths, which would be a very hard thing for anybody to have to live with. I think he realizes he made a mistake, but, he was just trying to cover his butt, and that's not acceptable. But I want you guys also to realize that we haven't even recovered all of our friends and family. And you guys are out here picking our carcass apart like a bunch of jackals with your comments about, oh, Biden did this or so-and-so did this. Show some respect, man. This isn't about you and your political bullshit. We're literally dying over here. This has nothing to do with anything of politics. This is an instance that happened in a freak of nature that nobody expected for the most part. And now we've got jackals trying to destroy Maui Electric and blame them for not doing this or not doing that. But they have no problem using electricity when they want it. And when the power lines are down, they're bitching about getting them back up. So I want you guys to start realizing we're human beings. We're not a political joke for you guys to vent your stuff with. Mistakes are made, and sure, nothing's perfect. Our community responded to a dire situation instantly. The government can't do that. They've never been able to do that. It's like trying to get a family of 5 in a car to go on a trip to do something. Somebody's off everywhere. There's doing something. They forgot something behind. Governments just don't work the way that we, the people, do. And to expect them to jump and be there immediately, it's not going to happen. It's just the way things are. But we jumped and moved fast. People got to the other side, started bringing in supplies from other islands, even by boat and things. It's because one person can make a decision to do something and you let other people know what you're doing. Everybody wants to help. My daughter, immediately when she found out what was going on, I told her what was going on. She got all her friends together. They started shipping out clothing. Her friends owned clothing companies. They were, doing everything that they could. Food, everything has come in for us. I mean, Mary Lou and I don't have fresh drinking water. I mean, we do because people have given it to us, but our drinking water has benzene in it now because of the fires. People have jumped to help us. I mean, we've been jumping to help everybody else. We're living in my house, and we gave up Mary Lou's house to her kids' families so that they have a place to live with their children. So, I asked you guys to take your politics and stuff it where the sun don't shine. We don't need that kind of crap. This isn't about you guys. This is our disaster. We're trying to live through it. We don't want to hear your politics. We don't care which side of the aisle you're on. If you guys want to help us, that's a different story. We'll take help from either side of the aisle. We don't care. We need help. And so just show some respect, show some dignity and some humanity. The world isn't politics. The world is about living in life and burying our dead and making ourselves whole again, having to recover from it. Our children had to run through fire just to survive, and some of them didn't make it. And you guys are talking politics. We don't want to hear it. You have nothing to say. The reality is you don't know what you're talking about. None of us know what's going on with politics, and most of us don't give a damn. So show some humanity. Jesus. I don't know what else to say. I mean, after this ride, we're going over to Lahaina. We went over to Lahaina. It's now actually Monday morning, the next day. And Mary Lou spent the day making tamales for her family. So we drove over to Lahaina to deliver them to the kids and to their her son's wife's family. And going through Lahaina, or even driving to Lahaina, I started going, I don't want to see this. I really don't want to see Lahaina destroyed. I lived 8 years in Lahaina, some of the funnest years of my life, and I lived on a boat there. It was a magnificent lifestyle. And to have to go over and see a town that I enjoyed so much burnt to the ground, nobody should have to do that. I mean, next to watching your family die, that's not a pleasant experience. It's not something that anybody should have to experience, but it happens. That's the way life is. So anyway, we got into Lahaina. Fortunately, the sun was shining off the ocean, so we really couldn't see down from the upper road. And I was glad. But then as we pulled down on the lower road, and we drove through Waihekuli, it was like looking into a graveyard. There were all these stones, hollow stones standing. It looked like markers to the dead, and just ash. And it breaks your heart. It's really hard to look at. So I asked you guys, please, just, you know, if you're not going to help us, if you don't want to help, then don't say anything at all. We don't need that kind of shit right now. It's just crap on top of already devastation. You know, we got enough to go through without that. But if you want to help, you know, do something. You know, make the world a better place. Stop preaching hate and start preaching some love and show some humanity. Get off your butts and do something for somebody, even if it's not for us. There's people in Canada that are suffering. There are fires up there. There's fires everywhere. And, you know, I can't stress enough that it's just not something that anybody needs to live through and have to listen to you guys complain about your miserable lives. You know, if your life's miserable, it's because you made it miserable. Do something. Make it better. Make somebody else's life better, and you'll feel better about yourself too. So, at that point, I don't know what else to say. I'm just very offended by people that are trying to make this out to be. I mean, Biden didn't light the fire. It's just like Trump didn't bring the hurricane that destroyed Puerto Rico. You know, that wasn't his fault. It's not Biden's fault that Lahaina burnt down. I don't want to hear you blaming anybody. You know, I mean, there's enough blame to go around. Our government said, flat out, I mean, our governor said, that, you know, yeah, we made mistakes. There's fault to go around, but we're going to try and learn and do something from it. And God, I hope they do. You know, I'm going to take him at his word. And, you know, time will be the judge. So let's stop bitching and complaining about shit that has nothing to do with Lahaina. And if you want to help us, help us. And if you don't, then just shut up. I don't want to hear it, and nobody else in Lahaina wants to hear it. And you're not making things better. So you've heard my rant, and I apologize. We're upset. I mean, rightly so. It's hard to watch your friends die and your families lose their houses, and you know, having to deal with the aftermath is not a pleasant experience, but we're all going to get through it. And you know, we're strong people. We have the ability to do this, and all of us are going to do it together. So if you want to join us, like I said, climb aboard. We don't care whether you're a Republican or you're a Democrat. It has nothing to do with anything. You know, it's an illusion, and you guys want to go off in that place, well then go there. Go there and stay there. Don't come back. You know, but don't expect us to give a shit about you or that, because that is so manini and so irrelevant to what we're going through. Anyway, I've ranted and raved enough, and you know, I'm not going to share stories of what people have gone through. That's not what this is about. It's just about asking you to show some respect and some human dignity. So I'm doing this on a ride that we're trying to clear our heads and process all of this. I had to get out and get away from it and try not to think about it, but you know, it just we can't right now. We're grieving and having to deal with this. So on that note, I've said everything. So aloha. So anyway, I'm going to run the video on. If you guys want to watch it, enjoy. It was an absolutely beautiful day up here. As we get to the top here, and I stop to talk to Tom. Off to your right, you'll see Mauna Loa on the big island, as you can see right now. We've got a couple of a few mountain bike riders, and then Tom here.
No, it's crystal clear today.
So,
yeah, you don't see it quite this clear very often. Well, they just been chewing the shit out of this, haven't they?
It's dry, right?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
That's why I've been staying back
I
so
know.
far, because
Yeah.
you're just a disaster.
I know. I don't want to wait for you that much because I'm gonna throw all the dust
Yeah.
against you. So.
Yeah, what a beautiful day. You guys heading down the hill, or
Still up a little bit.
you gonna go up to the crater, or all the way up to the top? Or
I've done that before. That's a long ways.
yeah, it is.
I'm just going up the Mamani Trail and then back down.
Oh, that'll be fun.
It's right above the ballpark.
Well, shoot, let's get going. You better get going before they do. Get out of their way.
One other thing I want to pass along to you folks is, you know, everybody says Hawaii is a close-knit community. Well, we're not a close-knit community. We're a family. We've all lived here for ages, or most of us have, and we're open to different peoples of all over the world, and we're proud of it. And we love each other. I mean, we don't get along all the time. We're like any family. We have our fights, but when it comes down to it and we need each other, we're there for each other. So understand, you're dealing with a community. I mean, a family, not just a community. But I wanted you guys to know that. So anyway, thank you guys for all the help that those of you have helped us, and we can't thank you. Haven't, well, it means so much to us, and it's been wonderful. I mean, I've had people reach out for me from the mainland that I haven't seen in nearly 50 years, and thank you. So I'm going to leave you guys to finish off this ride. It's probably another 15 minutes or so to the top, and then we'll let you go at that point. But it was such a beautiful day that you might enjoy. You might enjoy it, and if not, you can turn it off if you've listened this far. And if you have listened to this far, thank you for listening to me. But I just needed to say what I said. So anyway, aloha. You guys have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you later.
Thank you. Are we still alive?
Oh yeah.
Shit, I was sliding all over the place.
Well, before I go to vacation, I replaced the tire on the back.
Yeah,
But after that, I was here like about maybe 3-4 times.
yeah.
And I think it's almost ready to be replaced again.
Why? That thing's got a lot of meat on it.
Well, I like a new tire.
Yeah.
It's always so comfy. Also nice when you can slide up a little bit, like do some fishtails.
Well, this one I can do that with no problem.
Yeah.
I was sliding all over the place, especially I got way high on that left corner when we took off. You know, I was actually up. I kept expecting my tire to start sliding down. And the whole bike slid a little bit, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's always fun, right?
Yeah, oh, it's a good day. Well, I'm gonna. All right, everybody, here we are at the gate at Poli Poli, and you can't see a whole lot down the valley, but here's what you get. And Tom's doing his permanent here, so he's got his curlers in his hair. So anyway, this is where we're at. I hope you can get a gist of everything. It's a beautiful, beautiful day up here. Temperatures running in the high 60s, low 70s, and the sun's starting to cook a little bit. So we're going to turn you guys off. I don't know that I've got that much left. So anyway, talk to you guys later. Aloha.
Bye-bye, Google them.
Hey everybody, I want you to meet a friend, a new acquaintance of ours, Doug, and his son, Robbie.
Yeah.
So these we're going to do
How's it
later
going?
on. We're going to do a talk story with these guys. Doug's a wealth of information of history on Maui. So, you know, he's got all of his information from his grandparents and stuff. So we're going to sit down and do a talk story one of these days, hopefully. And Robbie can put in his 2 cents worth, what he knows, and we'll pass this along to you folks. So one of these days we're going to have a real interesting historical jam session.
Cool. And
So-
we're up at Poli Poli, the closest to heaven as you can get right now.
Yep. Well, let's see. We could get a little higher, but not much.
Yeah.